Alright, and let's see what that score is. Like I said, 9,700. How's it going, guys? aRenG Live here, and today, Jack Atlas is back once again, bringing some actually pretty decent rewards this time, which I'm kind of hyped to talk about in a second. But for now, I'm going to be showing off at least one different deck. I don't know, one or two different decks. At least right now, I do have my Winged Dragon of Ra Unhappy Girl deck. That is my trusty deck. It works every time. It's just super good. Also, the fact that it's skillless, so you can give it to anybody and you can farm skills on them. I think that is what the important thing is about this deck. You can give it to anybody. If you want to go for consistency, run Holy Guard, give it to like Taya or Luna. I actually am giving this to Luna right now, just so I can potentially get Holy Guard so I can use it in the future, but I don't know. I still think this deck is really, really strong, because as soon as you get an Unhappy Girl, you pretty much win. If you don't have the Winged Dragon of Ra, you can also technically run YuBel or something. I do have a list of cards at the bottom here, showing more or less a YuBel build with different boss monsters, one of them being either Montage Dragon and the other one being the Calculator, which my PC is freezing, so it's kind of be annoying, but whatever. So you can also run that, but yeah, for now, Winged Dragon of Ra is what we're using today. It's pretty good. It's going to get you like 10k points, 9.8, whatever. A really, really high score. So we're running 1 copy of Winged Dragon of Ra, 3 copies of Unhappy Girl, 3 copies of Golden Ladybug, because it's essential with Winged Dragon of Ra. Also, the fact that you can search it with the 3 copies of Raimei. Raimei is awesome in this deck. She basically gets destroyed and searches either your Unhappy Girl or Golden Ladybug. Technically, if you want, you can also run the skill Draw Sense Light to make sure you draw into one of these cards, maybe. I don't know, maybe even your Raimei, so she can search. If you really, really want to, I guess. You don't really need to. 2 copies of Crystal Seer. Crystal Seer is another draw card in the deck. You set it, forget it, they attack into it, you get to pick up cards, you could potentially draw into something necessary. So that's pretty much what Crystal Seer does. I'm running 1 copy of Solemn Wishes, just for them extra heals. In certain situations, maybe you took a few hits, Solemn Wishes can help you kind of stay afloat. So that's why that's good. 3 copies of Spirit Barrier. Spirit Barrier is here because we're not running the skill Holy Guard. But you can also use Holy Guard and just say screw it, it's a Spirit Barrier. But Spirit Barrier is cool because it protects you on both turns. Holy Guard only protects you on your turn when you're attacking. So if he wants to power up his monster to like 4,000 attack, his Red Dragon Archfiend, he could technically hit your Unhappy Girl and then try to smack you with all his monsters, and you will lose. You will 100% lose. That's why Spirit Barrier is probably pretty good, and maybe this version of the farm might be more consistent. I'm not sure. But there's that. 3 copies of Good Goblin and 1 copy of Jar Greed. Now, these is just the draw cards. You can run whatever draw cards you really want to, but I just love using Good Goblin with the Golden Ladybugs because there's a little combo there. You can actually get heals and then get a free draw and then potentially pick up another one, get more heals on that same turn. And that's pretty much that. So that's pretty much it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out his actual rewards. Alright, and here we are, Jack Atlas level 40. So we're looking at his rewards, and he's got some pretty new ones, like some pretty interesting, cool ones, actually. He's got King's Consonants over here, which is looking really, really spicy just because of the fact that you basically can use this as not really an econ, but it's more like an negate attack. But it doesn't end your opponent's battle phase, which is, I guess, it's, but it does have another backup effect, which is really, really cool. It's kind of like that other thing. I was actually gonna make a video on it. There's another one called like King Synchro or something like that, where you use it to synchro up into a big monster. This is pretty much the same thing, except it's specifically for a level 8. Also lets you use monsters from the grave, which is awesome because that means you can mill stuff and then you can synchro from the grave, and that's really, really cool because it also special summon is treated as a synchro. All you have to do is match their levels, so it can make you synchro into level 8s that you normally can't synchro into, like the Blackwing level 8 synchro and all this other stuff. So this guy's pretty cool. I really, really want King's Consonant. It looks like a really awesome card. We already have our Strong Wind Dragon. It's just pretty much a meme card. It's just here to make a really, really strong dragon type deck. I think I made a stream about this. I don't know if I made a video, a highlight about it, but it's an alright card. And then we got a Magical King Moonstar, who looks really awesome. It looks like a really interesting card to be able to synchro a lot easier. It's kind of like another Junk Synchron kind of deal, where if you have a tuner, you can special summon it. Magical King Moonstar is going to be really, really awesome to synchro up. Also, you can like copy levels and stuff. So yeah, he's gonna be really, really good. Only downside is he can only make dark synchro monsters, but I don't think that's really that much of a downside if you just run them in a dark synchro deck. And as for the other cards, we got like Lancer Archfiend, which is alright. And then Flare Resonator. One new rare we got is Mirror Resonator, which actually looks kind of better than Flare Resonator because you can use this thing from the grave. And a few other things. You can use it from the grave. It also copies levels. It could be a pretty interesting card. And it could do a bunch of shenanigans. But whatever. That's pretty much that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take this bad boy on. Alright, here he is, Jack Atlas, level 40. So we got our Luna here because I just don't have any skills on Luna, so I'm farming skills for her. But yeah, but you can use whatever you want. You can use YuGiOh. I mean, there's so many ways you can run this. Technically, I think you can also use Elements Unite, which I kind of considered using, but my Paradox brothers already have all their skills, so I'm like, what's the point? At this point, literally, what's the point? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set that, and I'm going to probably just summon my Unhappy Girl. I summon Unhappy Girl and I'm going to pass. That way I feel pretty safe. He's going to have his 1800 beater and attack. I could have attacked into that, but I chose not to. He's not going to attack me. He doesn't attack his Unhappy Girl. He just doesn't. Spirit Barrier, awesome. We already win. So now that we have this set up, we pretty much just established our victory. I will set Raimei or just... Yeah, I'm going to set her. I don't want to clash her into my opponent yet because I don't have my Spirit Barrier yet. But whatever. So, Resonator, he's finally going to go for a Synchro. So that's pretty cool. So that's fine. Awesome. This is going to give me a search, and I'm going to go for my Raimei search into Ladybug. And eventually we won't even have to worry about taking any life point damage. But yeah, so now that we have our Ladybugs, it's kind of what you want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and activate Spirit Barrier. Now he decided that he wants to deal damage, but it doesn't matter. I don't really care. Alright, so I'm feeling good. Unhappy Girl tanks the hit. We have Spirit Barrier, so we're completely safe. And we're good. So now it's just about activating all our stuff. I'll activate Good Goblin because I do love the little combo they have together. So let's see. If anything, I'll put Spirit Barrier back. But hey, I drew Winged Dragon of Ra. You know what? I'll put Winged Dragon of Ra back. So let's get back under the deck, my dude. Alright. So there's that. Now I have one copy of Ladybug in hand. That's pretty nice. I'm going to probably just set Crystal Seer because the more draw power I get, the better. And now I can start battling my opponent if I really need to. He'll probably just Synchro with level 3. So if anything, I can also just attack the level 4. This guy, because he goes to defense and you kill him, that's one thing you have to be careful with on the last turn. Do not attack Mad Archfiend. He will wreck you. So he's going to revive it. And there he goes. Now he's going to go for his soul over here. There it is. I just like the way he says that, but whatever. So now Red Dragon Archfiend is here. Look at this big boy over here, dude. It's a pretty cool card. But yeah, his deck is pretty much just an Unga Bunga beatdown deck. His playstyle is like, my numbers are bigger than yours, and that's all it really does. But yeah, so Red Dragon Archfiend, a Crystal Seer effect. Alright, so we're going to get our draws, so I don't want that. And I'll take that. Alright, so give me this. So I'll take that Unhappy Grill. And I'm good. And he destroyed his own monster because it's locked down, so rip. And that's pretty much all your deck does. So now Golden Ladybug giving me heals. I'll summon Raimei because I don't have any fear of losing my stuff or taking damage. I mean, so yeah, I'll crash her, get her search. I'll add a bug. All right, adding the bug. We're good. Now I'll hit into that big monster with the Unhappy Grill so we can lock it down and therefore he can't do anything. And this should push us to the edge. Alright, So yeah, perfect. This actually gave us the perfect amount of life points, or more or less perfect. We can actually go for a Winged Dragon of Raw and get over a, what is it, 30k, 130k or whatever. So we're gonna have 10k damage or whatever the damage is. So activate you. There we go. So now we can go ahead and battle, and GG. Bam. Perfect. So see, I kind of rushed that game, and you still had over the perfect amount of damage. And even if you don't reach it, it still doesn't really matter. You're still going to get a really good score, because this deck does get like almost 10k points. But whatever, let's go ahead and check on that score. Alright, and let's see what that score is. Like I said, 9,700, and I got a UR, that's pretty nice. Also, the EX jewels are really, really cool too, because you can potentially just buy these if you don't get to pull them, which I really like. But hey, we already got one copy of that UR King's Consonance, not Resonance. King's Consonance, so I'm feeling pretty good. Let me know what you guys are getting. Let me know if you guys already got your URs, because some people get really lucky and just get them all at once or something, but whatever. And let me know if it's your first time unlocking Jack Atlas, but whatever. That's pretty much it for today, guys. And if you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Duel Link shenanigans. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day, and see you guys.